What's going on, everyone? Reno Thompson here with Your Time Network and the Oprah Radio Show. And tonight's episode, as you've seen out here in the land, it is a conversation, the boys inside the den, featuring Randy Fuller. I know him as Coach Randy Fuller, and then Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. I know him as, it's my homeboy, my brother, DRC, man. Good conversation of two gentlemen, some of the greatest defensive backs that we've ever had at Tennessee State. And if you know our history, which you should, we've had quite a few of them that's come through here and blazed a magnificent trail here, man. So, I'm going to shut it down here without further ado. We're going to play just a quick ad spot right here, and then we're going to bring them into the show. Be sure you tune in, drop your questions in here. I'll be sure to make sure I share those questions on screen. Let them respond to them as well, too.
What's up, 4-5 Get Live? I see you game ready already. What you coming on?
Coach, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Coach.
You can?
I can hear you.
Oh, man, why not? We don't want to start that way. We got to get IT on top of things. Can you hear me now?
I don't know what happened. The mic went out.
Let me step back in. I can hear both of you.
Right. Well, we're going to have to...
Dominique must not be able to hear me then.
I'll call IT to see if he can get us going.
Okay. Like I said, while we waiting on Dominique to get that settled back in, let's see if he's back. All right, Dominique, can you hear both of us now?
I can now I can hear you.
All right. Y'all have at it.
All right. Look,
see,
you can't
every time he go off, you go off, Coach.
Yeah.
Every time he go off, you go off.
Did I go off again?
Reno, you got to come back on.
Okay, I'm back in. Go ahead with it.
I can hear you now. Every time you do something, every time you leave, it go off.
Reno, you're gonna have to stay on the show, man.
Nah, see, they go Reno acting like Reno. Nah, Reno.
Try it.
Hi, y'all. Okay, I can hear you.
Try it one more time. Go back out and come back in.
Oh, go out and come back in?
Yeah.
Who?
Just him. Because you can hear me, right, Coach?
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay. I'll stay in there. I'll stay in.
I can hear y'all.
I'll stay in. I was trying to let y'all have it, man. You can't do this without me, man. That's one thing we're gonna have to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Reno.
Who was the leader of you when you first touched down? So we're gonna get into it, man. Coach Neek, what's going on, guys?
What's up, Coach? Nah, Coach can't hear.
Oh my God.
Hey, what's going on, dear?
Oh, there you go.
DRC.
What's going on, man?
Man, you can't have a great show without some technical difficulties. So hopefully everybody can hear us out. Oh, nothing much, brother. It's that time of year again.
It's that time of year. Yes, sir. It's some football time. Football. Me? Yes, sir. Football time.
Yes, football time. And I hear you coaching now, so I'm excited to hear more about that. But before we get there, we want to go back to the beginning.
Yes, sir.
What we're two former Big Blue Tiger cornerback at
yes, sir.
Tennessee State University, Nashville, Tennessee, 3500
yes,
John Merritt Boulevard. Well,
John Merritt Boulevard
there to carve out an absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Man, it's been a long time since we caught up.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
But I definitely want to all the former. Well, first of all, hello to Tigerland, everybody in the Big Blue Nation.
Yes, sir.
I'm Randy Fuller, as Reno said. And then, of course, now your name, it says 45 Get Live, but what can the people, who they know you
Yes, sir. Hey, man. Hey, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, better known as 45 Get Live.
All right. Listen, the first thing I remember about being at Tennessee State, you cannot come to Tennessee State and not have a nickname. All right?
No, sir.
It's mandatory that you get a nickname. So we're going to talk about nicknames in the beginning. So I'll go first since I'm the oldest one here. I'm going to go first.
Yes, sir.
I got Tennessee State 1989, practice in the summertime. And I never forget, I was playing wide receiver when I first got to Tennessee State. And one of the receivers told me that I looked like a guy by the name of Sam Grady. Sam Grady played at the University of Tennessee. He was also on the Olympic track team. And because I looked like him, my nickname became Sam Grady for not just 5 years, but for the rest of my life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
So tell us about your whatever nickname you choose. Now sometimes we
Yeah. See, everybody know about 4-5 get live. That's just a given. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna tell you. But I'm gonna tell you about 4-5 get live. I'm gonna tell you how 4-5 got started.
Okay.
You know, if y'all remember, we called him Trick. If y'all remember Trick, Leon Moore, also Tennessee State University. You know what I mean? When I came in as a freshman, you know, I wasn't a guy that was highly recruited. You know, so I had to wait in line for my number. So as I'm in the equipment room, I finally get to the front of the line, and Coach Mo digs in his dirty clothes basket, and he throws me a jersey. And you know, I take the jersey out and I look at it. It's number 45. Now, mind you, I'm a corner. I'm a Florida boy at that too. And so, you know, I got swag, man. And coming out of high school, I thought I was pretty good. So I balled that jersey back up and threw it back at him and told him, no, sir. Coach, that ain't the number for me. And then he looked at me and said, man, you ain't did nothing, freshman. You got to earn your way. And from that day on, I had an attitude. I say, don't worry about it. Y'all gonna remember 4-5. So ever since then, 4-5 been live. You hear me? Ever since then, I've been live. But it's Coach Mo's fault that y'all turned it. It's Coach Mo's fault that they turned me up out there.
Hey, we got to blame someone. Leon's a good person to blame. You know, he was a DB before you and I. He paid many great paved the way for us.
Right.
But
facts.
the knowledge that I learned from Coach Moore and Coach Gilliam and Coach Monk Johnson, so many great DBs that played before us, I was able to. Obviously, we're going to talk about my coaching days, but let's talk about our playing days as when we first got to Tennessee State. All right. Now, for me, like I told you, I came in as a wide receiver, and I was going to start as a wide receiver, and I literally got hurt Monday before the very first game. Now, at that time, I didn't know that would change the whole trajectory of my career, but it did. So I sat out, got redshirted, traveled to all the games, understood what it means to travel and be a Tiger, and, you know, just wanting to play. Hated watching. I was kind of very competitive like you are, and it was just hard to watch. But that springtime, we lost at least 3 DBs to the NFL. Tony Stargell, Anthony Shelton, Osorio Jackson, and all of a sudden there was a need for a cornerback. So I ended up playing cornerback one day, receiver one day. I was a two-way player back then, but I earned the job as a starting corner, and the rest is history. I became a 4-year starter. So that's how my career got started at Tennessee State. Let's talk about yours, because I want to hear your version, then I can tell you my version.
Yes, sir. Well, I came in, like I say, I wasn't highly recruited. You know, Coach Reed was the defensive coordinator at the time, and he gave me an opportunity, man. He said, hey, man, we're going to give you a chance. You long, you fast, you can run. I want you to come play corner for me. You know what I mean? Because in high school, I played safety and receiver. But so as I got there early in that summer. You know, I got to working with the Amars and the Stroms and the guys, Keita and Jamar Landry's guys that were before me was way older than me. You know what I mean? So I had a work ethic already. I already knew how to work. So you could ask Bryson. When we was doing them 7-on-7s out there on that field and we was going over there in scrimmage and banding, man, I just found myself kept making plays to the point, man, it just stuck with me. So when I got in camp, I'm not gonna lie, Coach, you had me about the eighth, ninth corner now. Yeah, you had me deep on that depth chart. So I never forget the first practice. I never forget. We had a dude that transferred from Auburn by the name of Lamel Edges. And I will never forget in that tackling drill. I came off and I didn't know it was thud. I hit him full speed and he got up and hit me with a 2-piece and me and him got at it, man. And John Roden stopped us and broke us up and like, hey, man, y'all better leave that 45 alone, man. Little dude got something by himself. And, man, from that day on, man, I just always had this chip on my shoulder like, man, I'm really going to have to earn my way. And that's one thing about it, man. It didn't matter you the best, or however you seen yourself, you made us earn our spot. You didn't give it to nobody. You know what I mean? 'Cause as you know, I was a true freshman, but it didn't happen just because I was just that good. Like you said, a couple guys got hurt. And then in that last game, y'all end up throwing me in that fourth quarter. And I made me a little pass breakup and burnt my red shirt. So now, hey, I got to be in rotation now. But shoot, I came in and man, I can't say I had to. That count was it was hard, but man, I learned a lot from that first day.
Yeah. And I'll tell you from behind the scenes. I could not show you how excited I was, but I remember taking you through the DB drills, and I would turn my head and just laugh because I was like, I can't believe how talented this young player is. His footwork is incredible. His quickness is awesome. I remember going to the meeting, and I said, man, I'm gonna make Cromartie a first-round draft pick. And I remember everyone laughing because no one could see that at the time.
Right.
I was like, no, man. I said, man, I played at the highest level. I know what it looks like. I say, just his footwork alone is good enough to be a first-round draft pick. Now, that was your freshman year. And I remember your first game against Jackson State where I told Coach Reed, I said, man, I'm about to put Cromartie in. He's like, oh, he's like, he's just a freshman. I said, Coach, I know, but he's been practicing hard. I said, he's ready, Coach. I said, I'm going to put him in. And I remember Coach Reed saying, okay, if you put him in, it's on you. I said, I believe because I knew what I had taught you. I knew you had confidence. I knew you was a playmaker. So when I put you in there and that first pass went through your hand, he looked up at me like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, man. Well, yes, trust me on this. Then the very next series, you pick it off, you go for 6, you change the whole trajectory of the game, and then that started your career, man. And I can't tell you how proud and how happy I was for you to take the coaching, because everybody does not take coaching well. And I know we went through a lot, which we will talk about as well. But you did outstanding as a freshman, and it's good to have that foundation because going to Tennessee State and surviving being a 4-year player or a 5-year player is not easy. So congrats on that.
Yes, I appreciate it, man. I tell kids at my school that I'm coaching now, man, because they were like, Coach, man, you think you get? I'm like, man, Tennessee State ain't just what you think it is, bro. You're gonna really have to go there and put in the work. See, they just look at it as D1AA or HBCU and not knowing, no, bro, we like really one of the tops. And it's some talent, there. You're gonna have to go put in that work, man. And I'm telling you, that's the one thing always stuck with me, that they could never know how, no matter what they say about my career at that next level, they could never say I did not work. I went to every team out there, tell you I outworked everybody. I just, you know what I mean? I had my ups and downs, you know my mindset. And once I get in my mind, it's hard to tell me something. I had them battles, but
remember this.
What happened?
But I prepared you to be ready because Tennessee State prepared me to be ready. So when I got to the NFL, I was ready to play. The NFL practice was easy. Tennessee State was probably when I think about my football career, Tennessee State was the hardest from a career standpoint. The 3-a-day practices, all the rolling, all the running of the track, all the things that we told you about. You did some of it, but it was extremely hard. And anybody who stayed in the Tennessee State program, I have nothing but respect for them because it's one of the hardest programs to be a part of. And I'll never forget when I got to Denver, there was this defensive end who was Denver's first-round draft pick like 2 years before. And he came over to my locker. He's like, you Fuller? I said, yeah. He said, you graduate, you went to Tennessee State, right? You graduated from Tennessee State. I said, yeah. He said, I'm Dan. And I said, okay, what's up, Dan? He said, man, I was at Tennessee State. I said, yeah, what happened? He said, man, I transferred. I said, why? He said, man, it was too hard. So, as you know, the Tigers, we like to sing our song, So Hard to Be a Tiger, right?
So hard to be a Tiger.
Everybody cannot survive that program. So if you graduate from Tennessee State or finish the football program, my hat's off to you. So, but yeah, I want to jump into your biggest takeaway. All right. So one thing that people don't know is that I coached you your freshman year. You were the hottest thing since Ed's Fish. I don't think there was anything on Jefferson. Hey, Jefferson Street other than DRC as a freshman. And then when we changed coaching staff, the coach decided to move me to offense, and you were left over there on defense as a sophomore. And the people were like, what happened to DRC? Take us through that time.
Man, it's hard. It's hard going with the different mentality. I'm telling you, man, HBCU mentality is just different. So when you coming from what you call a Power 5 with these big schools, the mentality ain't the same. And it was hard to take a grasp of that because the coaching, the terminal, everything just changed, man. And you know it as a corner, man, once you set in that technique that I learned and you come try to correct everything else, it just it messes with you. You know what I mean? And that's what I was going through that sophomore year. I only had one interception. That's not heard of for me. You know what I mean? That's not heard of. You throw the ball at me, man. I'm going to get that ball, but it's just the way that we was playing in that system, man. And everybody, you know how they say you got to buy into it. I don't think we all bought into it. You know what I mean? You got guys come over there, you trying to overpower stuff. It ain't our way. And I'm young, so I'm looking at towards the older guys too. If they not buying in, shit, I'm definitely not buying in. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of that going on and a lot of back and forth. But you know what I mean? Like you say, I stuck with it though. I stuck with it. Cause one thing that you taught us is we ain't giving up now. We just gotta find a way.
No.
And then that junior year,
Absolutely.
now I lead NCAA in picks. What happened that junior year though?
Hold on, we're gonna talk about it. Don't go there yet.
Facts.
Well,
Facts,
yeah. Hold on. Let me tell you. So after that, I think the head coach realized that I was best fit on defense, and I was able to come back to coach the corners again. And I remember the scouts coming by the office, and I said, man, I have a corner. He had a great freshman year. Sophomore year wasn't that great, but his junior year, he's gonna be a beast. That was before the season even started. So we went to work. I got you back on track, got your technique back, got you aggressive, knowing that you were a ball guy, which means it didn't matter whether you was on offense or defense, you needed the ball in your hands. And you went out there and you did. You led the league in picks, the nation in picks. And listen, I told every scout that you were coming out that year.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, so you the one started that.
That means every last one of them had to.
Yeah. I was wondering where that came from. Cause I'm telling you, going into my senior year, Coach Webster bought me in that office and was saying, "Hey man,
right, you back?" I was like, "I'm losing you here," but yes.
So you started
that junior year. Where that you could have come out.
Yeah, I could have, but Coach Webster kept saying that. He was like, Coach Webster when he bought me in his office, he was like, "Yeah, because you're not even gonna be here next year. You coming out, word on the street." So I'm like, "What the hell? I don't even know what he talking about." So that's where that come from, because they ain't so bought me that office. And I'm like, "What is he coming? I'm coming out. I ain't going nowhere." So that's where that come from. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Out.
Yeah.
Man, listen, I was doing PR behind the scenes, and
that's how I got on the radar.
Because, bro, listen, our last first round draft pick, he was the first pick in the draft. It was Too Tall Jones. Now I think we had a couple other ones, but man, to be a cornerback and being in the top 16, coming from an HBCU, that was not an easy feat. And I remember going down to the Senior Bowl with you.
Yep.
And now we can tell the whole world that I gave you a scouting report every day on the other team.
Yep.
and I never forget. I said, DRC, I said, if Deshaun Jackson lining up in front of you, the ball's coming. All I need you to do is pick it off. Now, what happened that game in the Senior Bowl? Tell us about it.
I definitely got to pick, man. The first, soon as he came out there, I could see it in his mind. They finna throw this ball deep. And when it put myself in position, when it made that play. And what else? What's the biggest? I bet you don't know what's the biggest thing you told me I had to do at the Senior Bowl?
Oh, well, I told you multiple things.
Right.
So the biggest one, I said, when they ask you what position you play, you tell them you play everything.
Yeah, they had man safety too.
Yeah, just safety too. And then the second thing I said, DRC, I know you don't love to tackle.
There you go.
I need you to pretend that you like to tackle.
Yep. And I went out there and I think I had like 4 crucial tackles. That was open field tackles. They ended up getting defensive MVP of the game.
Defensive MVP. So now one thing people can never say is that you don't take coaching well.
Facts. That's what you say. You say, hey, you gotta go out there and show these people you can tackle. Man, say no more. I'm gonna go tackle. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
No, that was incredible. So tell me this. So obviously, because when you left there, they had you down as the second or third best corner. And we know you were the best corner that year, but politics still came into play. What was the difference, you think, between you being that first corner taken as opposed to being the second?
They gonna say level of competition. They say I didn't see the what they call the greats every week in and week out, but I don't think that's it. Because when I went to the Senior Bowl, I seen what they call the best, and in my head, I'm telling you, like I tell them every time I see them, I always give them congratulations. I'm telling you, the Morrow twins are pound for pound one of the best receivers I ever went against. So when I seen these other receivers, it ain't nobody coming out of break and moving as fast how they was moving. So it made it easy for me. So I'm like, man, somebody lying, man. I understand they go to the Florida States, the LSU, but somebody lying to me, man. Like, they good, but then when I went to the combine, I knew that was like a playground for me. All I gotta do is run and jump. Oh, it's my show now. I do that. That's what I do. So I wasn't worried about the combine. I was really worried about that Senior Bowl. But after that first practice, I knew in my head, oh, no, they're going to have to see me. They're going to have to see me.
Oh, absolutely. No, listen, this was done way before you got to the Senior Bowl. When I told you your freshman year, I was like, you got it. So we're just going to cultivate this. Make sure you stay on the field. Make sure you stay eligible. Make sure you stay out of trouble.
That's the hard part right there.
Yeah. Hey, we ain't got to go on to those details, but you did survive. The thing we do have in common is that we both played in that Senior Bowl.
Right.
And I could tell you, I played in the Blue-Gray All-Star game, and then I came back and played in the Senior Bowl. And that was one receiver for me that stood out. And I'm so glad he made it to the Hall of Fame. So we were at the Blue-Gray All-Star game, and this receiver was running routes, and he was beating every corner out there. And, as a corner, you sitting back, you looking like, man, this dude is pretty good. So I jumped out there, and I got on him, and we doing man-to-man. He running like this post route, and I'm on the back of the shoulder, and the quarterback overthrew the ball. So I went back. I called home. I told everybody, I'm the only one that can cover this dude. I'm the only one that covered him, right? Hey, man, guess what the guy's name is?
What's his name?
Isaac Bruce.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, man, it made me feel so much better.
Right.
Yeah, he was beating everybody, and I was close to him. I ain't covered him. I was just close to him. But, man, I'm glad to know he's in the Hall of Fame. And plus, come from HBCU, man, we had to go against Jackson State every year. And, Jimmy Smith used to give us the business. I'm not ever afraid to tell people who the great ones were.
Right.
We definitely struggled against Jimmy Smith. And we used to look at each other like, man, who man is that? Who man is that? He running scot-free.
Right. Smith.
But we had some great battles. But going back to the Senior Bowl, though, I went down there, man, I would have won defensive MVP, except for Dwayne Washington ended up getting 2 picks. But I played corner and safety, just like you did. I actually separated my shoulder in the Senior Bowl, just hitting everybody because that's what I like to do. Right. And but we both would have been defensive MVPs at the Senior Bowl, which would have been pretty remarkable, right?
Yes, sir. Definitely. Coaching and the student. Yes, sir.
Which is crazy. But so then we talk about the combine. So what I would tell you is that I did tell the scouts, I said, man, listen, this is his playground. I said, when he gets to the combine, no one's going to be able to touch him. I said, I never forget the day that the track coach called me on the phone and say, Coach Fuller, can I please use Cromartie at the track meet? And I said, man, I don't know what Cromartie is, but I'll go look for you. So this is the one day I knock on your door and you actually answer the door. I couldn't believe it. I said, okay, he's in there. I said, DRC, Coach Carter needs you to run for him today. And he's like, no, Coach, I just got in like a couple of hours ago.
Yep.
I said, I know, man, but he needs you. If he calling me, that means he needs you.
Yep.
So you make it over to the track meet, and I think it's like the next day. That was on a Saturday, and I think I see Coach Carter on a Monday, and I said, Coach, how Cromartie do? And this dude is so happy and excited. He's like, man, the dude got first in the 60, first in the long jump, first in the triple jump, first in the high jump, and we won the relay. I say this man came out in his boxer, in his robe, gold medal. Yep. Man, listen, nobody else got that. I mean, listen, I'm gonna give you GOAT status because of something like that. So, and me and my teammates, we ran track as well, but none of us accomplished what you accomplished.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I was shocked, man, but he threw me in that fire. I was like, man, I'm here now. It's time to go. I knew about the long jump and triple jump, but that 60, I was kind of. But what made me run, I had my partner, your boy, Pinterest Red. We was in the same heat. And I never forget how he's always say, man, yeah, I couldn't get on that football field, but this is my world here. And you already know how I am, cause I'm real competitive. You know, like you say, we competitors. I took that to heart. Man, by the time that trail, when they said, sit, Trey said when he looked up, I was in the middle of the track. He said I was already gone, Coach. But yeah, I never forget that. But I tell you that part of the reason why I got drafted though, because of that track story. Cause I ain't do no practice, no nothing. I just went out there and got it in. I remember
5 gold medals. Yeah. 5 gold medals. No, you're a TSU legend based on that by itself, right? I remember I was a long jumper in high school, so I won state in Georgia, junior, senior year, and I'll never forget I went out at an indoor meet, hadn't jumped in 3 years. And I came third in the indoor, and all the track people like, who is this dude from Tennessee State taking our medal? Right, but, a lot of the great cornerbacks, we were multiple athletes. A lot of us played football, basketball, and track. And now this is the part that always bothered me and made me upset with you. Only one thing.
What that was?
DRC loves some doggone basketball. Oh, my goodness. I'm like, dude. You got the Senior Bowl next week. You were in there dunking on 3 people. I'm like, you got the combine. You out there dunking on people. I'm like, the draft is next week. You out there dunking on people. So, man, listen, I hated walking through the gym, seeing you on that basketball court, but that was something that you made up your mind that you was going to do, and you did it. So, one heck of an athlete for these young athletes that may be listening to this, man. Cromartie is one of the greatest athletes to ever play at Tennessee State, and believe it or not, one of the greatest to ever play in the country.
I appreciate it, Coach, man. I appreciate it.
Real quick, can I butt it real quick?
What's finna say, Reno? Because you was on my team, Reno.
yeah, Coach. We was playing Intramural ball, man. We were trying to win this championship, man. That's what it was, man.
That's what it was. They'll call me. They'll force me to come out. Hey, neat. We got a game today. All right, man. I'm coming.
Come on, Reno. That's a coach's nightmare. Hey, I didn't understand my basketball coach in high school. He didn't want us playing no football. And I'm like, man, I'm a football guy trying to play basketball. So, but now I understand why he felt like that, man, because everybody that you play against can't play.
Facts.
So those be the dudes that hurt you.
That's true. That's true.
So that's the part I was worried about. But no, man, this is actually great to catch up because you mentioned how competitive you are. Mm-hmm. I mean, were and still is. Yeah, so let's talk about when we would take all the DBs bowling and there was only one person that could walk away with the trophy. Who can you tell the people that walked away with that trophy, though?
Hey, Coach, we'll give you that, Coach. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Coach Fuller, you know some of that bowling. I think that's how you got us. You know how you had them pool sharks? They come out and play like they don't know how to play pool, and y'all get out there and they just whoop you behind. Yeah, that we give Coach Fuller the gold in that now. We
Hey,
give that in that bowling.
no, listen, let me tell you, I was not a true bowler, but
Yeah.
I was just like you. I was a competitor,
Right.
right? And I just knew I couldn't let y'all win. I mean, I
Yeah.
just focused and concentrated on every role, but I am not good at bowling. Never was. But that was part of our team building, team
Yes.
bonding that I think every coach should do with his players. And now
Yeah.
with you being a coach yourself, now tell us how that's going, and are you doing any type of team bonding things?
Yes, sir. That's one of the great things that I took away while you was coaching us, man. That if you don't come together as a family, you're not gonna play together for real. You're not gonna trust one another on that field. And I learned that because we learned that through team bonding. Not only that, the best thing besides that, you know what else I used to love that they stopped doing a long time ago? Remember we used to
What's
go to
that?
the cabins
What's that?
in the woods. Now all us out
Oh
there in the
yeah,
woods in that cabins,
yeah.
man, that was some of the not only was that breakfast the best, but that was some of the best times for me as a young guy. But they used to try me because I was the only one that had to sleep
Yeah.
on the floor. They didn't give me no bed. Everybody else had, you know what I'm saying, the freshmen got to do all the dirty work. But being out there, man, and that team bonding and just being with them, being with my friends and my
Yeah.
dogs, man, you can't, no, that's the best thing to me. I truly believe in that wholeheartedly. That's why my DB's group right now, because we so tight knitted. Like even when I walk on campus, I see them hanging out with each other. Because at
Okay.
first it was separate, but I told them, I said, man, y'all don't love each other enough. Y'all ain't real friends, bro, because I don't see y'all hanging out. Y'all don't be doing stuff together. So if you're not doing nothing together, man, no, like, yeah, we used to have them freestyle sessions. Remember that? I said, man, if we not together, we not gonna play together. So once a week, yeah, I make us do something just like that. We do the
Oh
same
man,
thing.
that
Like,
that is awesome. Come on, Alan, man. I forgot about the freestyle session,
the
man.
freestyle session,
Oh
man. But
God, who used to win that? I remember who used to win that
now you
freestyle.
know Allen was a real rapper back then.
Alan won it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Allen and Lil Riley Howard. But what that brought us together, like we look
Yeah.
forward to that. We look forward to
Yeah.
bowling, and it
Yeah.
made us want to play for you.
Yeah.
Now, when you change that up and you bring in another coach and you dictate the shit, we're not used to that. So it's hard for us to come along. And then we
Right.
not winning. So not
Right.
only are we not winning, your technique ain't
Yeah.
working, man. Just now you all know how we
Man.
was. I don't want to go into too much detail, but you know how we
No, no.
was, man. We was shot out.
Man, listen.
We
Hey,
shot
hey,
out.
not on the field, not on the scoreboard, but we won off the field, which is more
Facts.
important. So
Facts.
because you play the game, it's not easy to win because you are trying to put together a complete team, everybody moving on the same page. And anytime you have a coaching change, it kind of messes up the tempo of what you have put together. So we went through a coaching change. So we had growing pains, but you guys still played together. You still
Yeah.
earn respect. Because listen, I remember saying, even if we don't win, make the team know that you were there.
Right.
All right. They need to still know they played against an opponent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if the team, man, listen, we seen some teams when I was playing, they were already putting up their uniform going to the party because they beat us so bad. They didn't even have
Oh,
a shower.
hey.
So I experienced that when I was there
Yeah.
at Tennessee State, man. And but you guys fought together. And
Yeah.
I never forget, I always laugh at Allen, especially because
Yeah.
Shepard, like, come on, coach, I can do this. Give me a
Yeah.
chance. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a chance. I believe in giving everybody a chance. I say,
Yeah.
now if you go in there and you let me down, it's on you. All right. And Shep always tell me thanks for giving him a shot.
Yeah.
So,
He
but
started Austin P. game. I never forget it. I never forget it. My boy, of course, I never forget. But hey, I was happy with Shep got on that for y'all talking about I wouldn't tackle. Then that man came right that corner and Shep dove by the bounce. I say, hey man, coach, I can't wait to film session this week. It ain't on me
boy,
this week.
don't call Shepard out. He's still trying to make tackles out there. So we don't want nobody to know his weaknesses now. So,
Yes,
but
sir.
but he made the room fun. He made the travel fun.
Oh
Made the
yeah.
game fun because you got to think the game of football becomes so much like business sometimes that guys forget to have fun. And if you're
Facts.
not having fun, you shouldn't even play the game. But you want to win, but you still should have fun. And that's what we did. Like I said, even though we didn't walk away with championship, the guys, what I love about is seeing the former players, especially the ones that I've coached. I love the fact that you guys are now coaching right? You guys have taken the baton, and now you're training the future coaches yourself. So every time I hear, man, Riley Howard is doing this, DRC is doing this, Bledsoe is doing this, that just makes me happy to know that I was able to touch you guys like I was touched from the great Joe Gilliam Sr. and Craig Gilliam, who, I mean, them dudes had me ready to play on the league from day one. I played 10 games as a rookie. And the same with you. I mean, you went to the Super Bowl your rookie year. And I never forget, after that Super Bowl, you came back and you were like, Coach Fuller, let's go to work. I was like, Cromartie, you just played in Super Bowl 3 days ago. You did not care. 3 days later, we were back on the field working to get ready for the next season. And what happened that next season? What did you make the next season?
Pro Bowl. Yes, sir. That NCAA. Yep. That NFC and picks.
The next year. But I'm telling you, for you guys that don't know, this man played in the Super Bowl. He came back to Nashville 3 days later, and we were on the field working to get ready for the next year.
Yep.
So, and he ended up making Pro Bowl. So, I mean, again, man, it's great that a lot of people don't know these stories. So Reno, we appreciate you getting us together to be able to share these stories. We know that. Go ahead, jump in, Reno.
Yeah, man. So this is, I want to ask y'all a couple questions as we wind this thing down here. One question that came in through real quick, Coach. I want to go back up here. Let me find it. And this is for both of y'all. What was the exact moment on that field within the NFL when you realized that speed and physicality standard was officially different than what you had experienced in college?
Go ahead,
was it a camp moment, or was it camp, or was it just at some point in time in the game you was like, oh, this is...
See, I never been like one of the physical kind of guys, so my physicality gonna always stay the same. So it wasn't even that. Mine was in camp, my rookie season. I had, like you said, I went against a Hall of Famer, two of them. I had Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald and Anquan Bolden. You know what I mean? And coming from Tennessee State, you know, I take pride in getting caught on. So in camp, we doing one-on-ones. I'm telling you, these guys are slow. Like, they cannot run, but they catching balls on me, and it's making me mad. So I went to Larry. I never forget. I said, hey, man, ain't too many people could catch it out on me. That's what I played for. I'm the ones I jumped. He said, DRC, I'm being honest with you. It ain't about your speed or your athletic ability. He said, I know my body position and I know the angles of the game. I know how to put my body in front of you to where you only could run up my back. And I'm not going to let you, and Kurt put it to where only I can catch it. And I had to learn that part of the game too. Now I'm like, oh, snap. It ain't just about me coming out that break real fast. It's certain ways I have to break, and I understood that. That's why if you ever see me when I go get a pick out the air, I'm jumping way before the receiver think about it. Because Larry Fitzgerald always told me, he said, man, I think about jumping before you even think about it. I'm not going to let the ball come to my hands. And I used to go get that ball out of the air. So I learned that early, and I'm glad I went to Arizona and got to play with them because they taught me it's just more than just being fast and can jump. Like, they really taught me how, okay, they crafted. These receivers got a little extra thump to themselves. He ain't got to be fast. He ain't got to be the quickest. Hey, I'm telling you, he every bit of 4'6", and Q was so physical, but he knew how to set up his route and give you something at the top. And I learned that, okay, since they can't beat me, they got to do the extra. And then it taught me. So when I see receivers in games, I'm telling you, man, I was out there like, oh, I'm jumping that. I already see what you're finna do. I'm jumping that. I'm going. You better. That's why, go back to my first 2 years, I'm telling you, I had to be the most double move person in the league. I was getting 4 double moves a game, bro. I'm telling you. That's unheard of. That's unheard of.
Yeah, because I called you and I say, Cromartie, they can only beat you with a double move. I like, dude, you better not. If I see you on Monday night fall for a double move, dude, I'm coming out there. I was like, bro, that's the only way they can beat you. So, man, it was so fun to watch because I knew your movement. I knew what you was looking at. And you were true a ball hawk, man. And I didn't care about them catching the ball in front of you. I'm like, just come over and make the tackle. But do not let them get behind you because the quickest way out the league is to give up those bombs. And I can't remember seeing you have a whole lot of balls over the top.
Nah, not over the top.
So you earned their respect for sure.
Coach, what about you though, Coach? Because
well,
look, hold on, because when you came in with that Broncos team, like, I think you told me this was Ed McCaffrey probably the most physically dominating receiver that you had to go up against?
Well, you got to remember. You remember I played corner and safety.
Yeah.
So I battled Shannon Sharp. I battled Ed, Rod Smith, Anthony Kimbrough, Mike Pritchard. I mean, I had some studs. So every one of them was a battle in their own right. Now, Ed being 6'5" and unorthodox and super strong, we battled. So, but listen, my first practice when I finally got to camp. Now, I was Denver's second pick in the draft. So most people would think I was a second round draft pick, but Denver didn't have a first or a third. So I was their second pick. I ended up being a fourth round draft pick. So when I got there, they expected me to be pretty good. So my very first play, I had Anthony Miller, who was one of the fastest guys in the NFL at that time. And I had John Elway throwing him the ball. So I'll never forget the very first play. I line up in the bump and run, and they snapped the ball, and I just turned my head like, what was that? He was already gone. He was already gone. So I ran, I caught him up. He came on a deep comeback, and I broke it up. And I said, oh, that's it? I said, man, this is just football. This is just football. But you got to understand, like Marty said, I went against Marcus Dardell, Patrick Robinson, Anthony Owens, Alvin Griffith. I went against some great receivers at Tennessee State that all played in the league as well. So I'm telling you, when I got to the NFL, it wasn't that hard. And what stood out for me was Mel Kiper. His draft day report on me was pound for pound, I was the toughest player in the draft because I've always been a safety. I tell people right now, I was never a true corner. I was a safety playing corner. So I would let you catch the ball, and I just wanted to pick you up, slam you on your neck, step on y'all, that dirty stuff that I tried not to teach Cromartie that much. But I did I teach you the bump around?
Yeah, I teach my kids that.
hey. Oh man, hey man, I'm sorry. Don't let the kids see this video, man. But you got to win when you're smaller than everybody. You know, you got to have some attributes. See, I was smaller than everybody, so I had to be physical. I learned to be physical. And playing against Grambling State, man, with them big pulling guards, I mean, you had to come up because you're going to have two linemen on you. You got to buckle them. You know, Jackson State with those big line. I mean, we played against some big guys. So even though Cromartie didn't like to tackle, he did tackle well when he had to. And what I want to tell you, I said, I don't need a big hit. I just need you to what? Shoot your wings, grab a leg, and hold on because the cavalry is coming.
Yep. I'm gonna hit the store. You're gonna have me hitting the tree.
Man. Come on, boy. I don't forgot half of this stuff. What was hitting the tree, Cromartie? What was that about?
Yeah, you know you go on top of that hill, you gotta run into that tree.
Yep.
You gotta run into that tree.
Sure did, man. So again, as you see right here on the bottom of the screen, you know, get your tickets for John Merritt Classic. So let's, as we close this thing out, celebrating Coach John Merritt, this classic, it being, as I've said, this is not the Southern Heritage Classic, right? You got Jackson State, Tennessee State, man. First time in Nashville since 1989. A fan told us on the Upper Radio show yesterday that the last time Jackson State won in Nashville was 1961. And it was when Coach John Merritt was the head coach at Jackson State when he left, 4 years later for Nashville, man. So, Dominique, I'm gonna go to you on this, man. Just that first time playing in the John Merritt Classic, because, you know, you were a true freshman. All the rest of us, you know, a matter of fact, at that John Merritt Classic, only ones who actually dressed out was BA and Cecil and Chris Johnson. Them were the only three, them were the only person that dressed out. The rest of us just showed up. You know, and most of us isn't even in the stands then. So I'm just like, so with the John Merritt Classic is coming up, just talk to me about, you know, that first time getting to put on that uniform, hitting that tunnel, 30-some thousand, 40-some thousand fans in the stadium, man, for your first go around as a freshman.
Man, it's electrifying, bro. Not only that, man, the band, you got the band rocking, you got the
Mhm.
fans rocking, and then you're sitting on the sideline and you're watching them, you're watching the game, man, and it's just like, I'm telling you, it's electrifying. You just, I'm sitting there waiting, waiting, waiting. I wasn't even supposed to play. I'm telling you, that first game, I was not supposed to play. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, we dressed out, but we weren't supposed to get in. And something happened, and I got in. I never forget. And I made a play. I made a pass breakup, and somebody said, "Oh, his red shirt burnt now. You can't hide him now, man." And then I just never looked back from that moment,
Yeah.
man. It's just like we're playing against Alabama and them, and you know how much of an impact it had when you still remember the players. You still remember the Kelsey Luke. You still remember the guys, the quarterback and the running back that played in that game in your
Mhm.
freshman year, man. And I'm telling you, man, you can't describe it. It's just like a kid sitting at recess ready to get in. You just ready to get in, waiting on your moment. And then that moment come.
It
Now the
did, man.
lights on, man.
It did, man. I've told so many people this, man. Like, because you were the guy that got to do it, and it was just like, man, all we knew was that when you get up in there, we was like, he got to do something, because this is all of us. This is our class. We like,
Facts,
come
facts,
on, man.
facts.
He
Yeah, yeah,
got to
yeah.
do something.
Facts,
He's like, he
facts.
got to do something. And then the very next week, we go down to Memphis, right, and play against Jackson State. And
Yep.
and what does he do? We down 7-0, pick six, all game changes, right?
Yes.
So, man, it's just that's what I remember from that time frame there, man. And back to you on this, coach, man. Just from your because again, you were the last, your crew, AT, Reese, Wade,
Mhm.
Dowdell, Pat, like you had what was left of Coach Merritt through Coach Gilliam. So
Right.
so what resemblance do you feel like that they were able to keep outside of the track, right? We know what the track is, but outside of that, like what could you feel from there, from Coach Merritt's spirit that was still lingering and still prevalent in the program when Coach Gillum's the head coach there?
Well, I mean, historically, man, the culture was all about winning. There was no other thing to do other than to
Mhm.
win. And if you did not win again, you they knew you were there. They knew they had played the great Tennessee State University. So, man, listen, I used to cry after every loss. All
Mm.
right. I had so much pride on doing my best as being a big blue tiger. I did not want to let the whole university down, the
Yeah.
whole campus, the whole tradition. I used to cry. I hated losing football games at Tennessee State. So John Merritt, incredibly what he cemented through all those years in the tradition for us, because the reason, what I would tell you that Coach Gilliam told me, the reason I even came to Tennessee State was Coach Gilliam said, at Tennessee State, we don't care about you for just the next 4 years. We care about you for the next 40 years.
Yeah.
And that just
Powerful.
hit home. That just
Powerful.
hit home. So that's what I came into. And I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't even visit Tennessee State. I was like Cromartie. We just when he was supposed to be there, but ended up there.
Mhm.
And man, listen, I wouldn't change that decision for nothing. I
Yeah.
mean, being at Tennessee State and having the lifelong friendships and the relationships that we all have. I mean, my guys that go to PWIs don't talk like we talk.
Mhm.
Nothing against them, but it's just
Mhm.
different, you know. So I'm thankful and grateful that we had a chance to play at the great Tennessee State University. I'm so happy that to have this classic name after Coach Merritt. So it doesn't matter what year the player played. He knows that he has a tradition to withhold, and he knows he has to leave it all on the field. And whether win, lose, or draw, we're gonna still be cheering for you, and you're gonna be a Tiger for the rest of your life.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I'm glad.
sir. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
coach. I'm glad you said that though, because I think my kids be
Yes,
think
sir.
I be saying I be playing when I tell them you gotta take. Like I take pride in not getting caught on. Like I take pride. Like
Right.
I'm mad. Like I'm watching them in one on ones today, and they just getting caught on. They jogging back to the sideline like ain't nothing wrong. And I told them, man, bro, I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to prepare y'all for the highest level because I know, but you got to take pride in what you do. And I learned that from you. I learned that from Tennessee State. Like, people think I be playing when I be saying that. Like, come on, Brandon. It's that serious to me. I'm telling you. Like you said, I would cry. I would get mad. I'm ready to fight, bro, because, hey, like you said, I don't want to be the person that let that person down. And I'm telling you, that's what Tennessee State taught us. That's what just being competitive, being warriors, man. Like, we talk it, but we really live it. So I'm glad you said that, man. So I can show my kids, say, y'all see, this the man that taught me right here. The same man that taught me to choke somebody at the line of scrimmage or pick up that grass and throw it in your face. Okay, I ain't gonna tell them all the stuff. I ain't gonna tell them everything.
Don't tell them all the secrets, please.
I ain't gonna tell them everything.
Please don't tell them. Hey, we got a comment. Somebody want to know who the hardest player is that you covered, DRC. I want to know that too. Who's the toughest receiver?
No, I'm telling y'all.
Three, because to me, they all.
Yeah, I'm gonna say in college.
In the pros,
I'm going to pros. But I always gotta tell y'all. I'm telling y'all, the Morrow twins was like that to me. But in the pros, it was always Steve Smith for the Carolina Panthers.
Okay,
that's a great. Dez Bryant. Yeah. I know a lot of people don't believe that, but Dez Bryant, and then Calvin Johnson.
Oh yeah.
And Calvin, I know a lot of people like to say the Deshaun Jacksons and the Julios, but they play to my kind of technique. See that them guys, you could tell when they send it down, you could tell how they running their route, and you could tell first of all, they call it the Julio route. He only run certain route. You ain't just finna out run me and out jump me. That's not gonna happen. So the Mike Wallaces, they was wrong. They was good. They gave me a challenge every time, but I knew that I'm prepared for that. It's the kind of intermediate guys that ain't too fast, but that can stick and come out that break. Like you say, I promise you, it's certain routes I know I'm not getting beat on. Like a comeback, or there's 100% chance I'm going the other way with it. But if you run that slant or that dig and know how to use your body, you're gonna get me every time. But see, a lot of people didn't know that. But I knew that about myself. But a lot of people didn't know that. So like, I used to love playing Drew Brees because I know he like comeback routes. That's why I picked him every time I play him, because I know what he gonna run. But the Steve Smith and the Calvin Johnsons, man, even the old school. See, I forced enough to play against the old. I even played against Torrey Holt, the Lavernius Coles, like older guys, even Randy Moss. Like, I got to see all those guys. And then I had to see the young dudes, the Tyreek Hills. So I played in both of them, man. And I'm telling you, the older guys, it wasn't that they was more savvy. They just more tougher, like you said. See, that was your game, Coach Fuller. You could get up there and press and want to hit him. No, I want that ball. I want that ball in there. That ball in the air, that's what I want. You want to come off that crack back and you want to go look somebody up, Coach. No. So, but I always say Steve Smith, though. Steve Smith and Calvin Johnson, definitely.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, man.
Reno, you got any questions?
Man, the final question I have right here, man, is 3rd and 7. All right, the quarterback got to get a first down, right? You know, who y'all think the quarterback gonna try first? And no, you can't choose me, Dominique. Who you gonna try first? Who the quarterback gonna try first?
He'll definitely try you first. He gonna see me and Coach Full out there. He gonna say, "Hey man, we going at number 10 over there. We going at number 10 over there."
I'm on blitz 0.
Nah, you know what though? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be dead serious. You know why they gonna try me first? Because I will say everything I learned from Coach Fuller and knowing Coach Fuller, he's fundamentally sound in his technique. Yeah. He gonna do the right thing. You know, it's a chance that 4-5 finna try some stuff and you could catch him slipping. You know it's a good chance. So I'm gonna go with the guy that I know sometimes like to play around too much and gives and when I'm a bait in person. I'm gonna go with the beta versus the man that I know I can see Coach Fuller right now with them big old shoulder pads down in the little press, and he just ready. Versus I'm gonna be sitting off, standing up, playing with you. Yeah. So I will say that he was way more fundamentally sound and disciplined than I was.
Yeah.
I just knew that if you throw it over here, you better be right.
Listen, that's the reason why I played. Listen, Cromartie had all the picks, I had all the tackles. So the interesting thing would be if you had to play, against us. They're gonna have to go to the safety, Reno. So you don't have to go to the safety. I'm sorry. So
hey, I'll take that action.
Hey, somebody's missing though. I'm gonna say it's not you. Whoever that fourth person is, we're gonna say they'll go after them. So, who was your other safety that you played with? I don't remember.
Man, sure. You got Levine out there. We know he did. So he coming at me. So it's gonna be my day. It's gonna be my day. It's gonna be my day. So let's do it.
But it's good. Man. You want the opportunity. We welcome the opportunity. So
definitely, man. Well, shoot, man. Let me let you all get about it. As always, man. I appreciate y'all, man. This is I've told Mike this and CJ just last week. You know, this is just personal fun. I want our fan base, Big Blue Country, the land of go to sunshine, to really see and hear from you all and see a little bit of how we are, you know, amongst each other, man. This is not, you know, it's not totally unguarded like locker room talk, right? But it's a form of it, you know. It's a lot of versions of it, man. So this is what this is about, man. So I'm excited for it, man. As always, y'all, thank you for tuning in. Next week we got some more legends that's going to tap in and give you all some more juice. This is leading up to the John Merritt Classic. Make sure you get your tickets, man. And this is not the Upper Radio Show, but it was so good that I gotta give y'all the radio show music as we hit that outro, man. So as always, man, we appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. All right, thanks for having us on the show, man. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Get live.
Yes, sir, Coach.
Got the stats and the info. Rocking with them and be better than my kinfolk.